So, D, that's it for our Heisman Players of the Week. Now we want to take some time to talk about our Heisman Team of the Week. And D, I'll let you introduce our Heisman Team of the Week and why we believe they deserve this award.
Yeah, man. Our Heisman Team of the Week is the Cincinnati Bearcats football team, man. Going in and playing, at Notre Dame, their fans showed up, and beating the number 9 team in the country, that isn't some small feat. They're a group of 5 team, and so to go in there and beat those guys, that's huge. You got that great defense, man. They fly everywhere. They're physical. They're just a very good defense. You got Desmond Ritter. The Cincinnati's football team is definitely here to stay, and they have a very, very good football team this year. And like we talked about earlier in the season, with Ahmad Gardner, he had an interception. He's going to be a top draft pick, a first or second round guy. And so, they really have a good team, man. So that's why they're our Heisman Team of the Week.
Yeah, D, and just to add, to me, this is the first game where we really saw Desmond Ritter come out and play like we expected him to play. I mean, all season he struggled. We saw even in a game against Indiana where he threw, I think, 2 interceptions. So for him to come out and keep turnovers off the field, he went 19 of 32, 297 yards and 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's big. That's huge. When Notre Dame's unable to force turnovers, that's huge. And on the other side, the Bearcats were able to force pressure and really get to the quarterback. D, let me mention, this Bearcats team did something that I've never seen in college football, and that's they didn't just bench one quarterback, but 2 quarterbacks. Notre Dame took out their first and second string quarterback to bring in their third string. They benched Jack Cohen and Drew Pine because that's how much pressure the Bearcats were putting on this team. And D, like I said, I mean, that's something you see in baseball when they take out a pitcher, but never 2 quarterbacks. So, props to the Bearcats defense. Cincinnati came out on top 24-13, low scoring game, but D, they control their destiny to get to that playoff. And with that being said, I have to ask you, if the Cincinnati Bearcats team does go undefeated, can they compete at a level next to some of these other teams like Iowa, like Georgia, like Alabama, those teams that we do expect to be there at the end of the road?
I definitely think it's possible. I think a lot of times we kind of write off group of 5 teams, but man, watching this team, not only this year, but last year when they played against the Georgia Bulldogs, man, they're a physical team, and they play a different type of defense that not everybody sees, every day. So they're a really good team. They have a lot of talent on their team, like we talked about. They have 2 guys projected to possibly be first round picks in the draft, in the NFL draft next year. So I think they definitely have an opportunity, and I think that they definitely can compete. Alabama and Georgia may be on another level this year, but I really think that Cincinnati can compete with just about anybody this year.
D, yeah, I mean, you said it exactly how I would have put it. And no matter what happens, it's going to be very intriguing to see how this turns out. Right now, they're currently ranked number 5 in the nation. They've set themselves up beautifully for success because guess what? 3 and 4 have to play each other this week. So one of those teams is going to lose. Iowa or Penn State. We'll be picking that game tomorrow, like I said. And if Cincinnati stays undefeated, they're going to slip right into that 4 spot. So if they stay undefeated, it's going to be hard to keep them out of the playoff, no doubt. Well, D, with that being said, that's a wrap for today's episode. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to do week 6 of our game day pick'ems, and you won't want to miss out. There's some great top 25 matchups. So be sure to subscribe down below, share it with your friends, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure that bell notification's turned on so you can stay up to date when we post our latest videos. As always, stay safe out there. College football is here and here to stay. This is Nate Dogg and D signing off.